See how I go from this to this in just 30 days. I plan on doing a HIIT workout every day for 30 days in an effort to improve my mile time. Will it work? Let's find out. Lately, with all this working from home, it's given me the opportunity to watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially the YouTube videos on running a mile every day for 30 days in order to improve your mile time. It got me thinking, what if I did that? Now, for the last 15 years, I've been stuck running a mile between 5:30 and 5:40 pace. And I know it doesn't sound like that's something to gripe about, but I used to run 5 minutes to 5:15. And no matter how much effort I put into my training, or no effort, my pace does not seem to increase. So it got me thinking, maybe I should try to challenge myself and do something every day for a month in order to try and improve my mile time. But a mile a day in Japan's humidity sounds like the worst idea out there. So instead of a mile a day, I decided to do HIIT workouts, as HIIT workouts are seen as another replacement for cardio instead of doing running. The goals of this whole event, other than improve my mile time, check my weight to see if I can gain or lose weight, as well as my fitness level. I want to make sure that I keep it high, and I want to answer the age-old question, can HIIT workouts replace cardio? So, for 30 days, I will be doing HIIT workouts in an effort to improve my mile time. This is my journey. Before we get into the workout, I want to say that it's going to be a combination of 13 exercises. It's off of an app that's called 7-Minute Workout. You do 13 exercises for 30 seconds a piece, and I believe it's 10 seconds rest. So after 13 exercises, should take about 7 to 9 minutes. I'm going to display the schedule and the set amount on screen right now that I will be completing. Now, on to the first day. This is day 1. Day 1 complete. Wasn't hard. It's doable. I could do another one, but we're keeping on schedule. Remember, everybody, stay hydrated. See you tomorrow. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. Fire in the veins, I fight to gain, breaking all the rules to keep me sane. Alright, it's day 8. This is the first day we do 2 HIIT workouts today, so it's going to be a little longer. Let's see if I can do it. Should be able to. Let's see how this feels. Today we got 3 of them to do. I do not look forward to doing 3. It's raining right now. I'm getting a little wet, but that means the temperature's down. So let's get 3 of these. Let's go. Whoa! 30 days of circuits is done. My arms are tired, my body is sore. This has been a killer month. It's on to the mile. Coming up next, can I run a mile in 5:15? Let's find out. I'm gonna prepare myself. Let's go. 1 second. So, as I'm walking over to do this mile, and really, I just wanted to say my thoughts, recommendations, and finally a hypothesis on what's gonna happen today. Oh look, the cops. My thoughts on a whole HIIT workout for a whole month. Feels great to actually complete a challenge and have something to reach for and strive for every day. In terms of the amount of circuits completed, I don't think it's necessary to do a circuit every day. In fact, I think you should do a circuit with maybe every other day or a couple days rest, because at some point when I was doing it, I started to get the feeling that I could not recover fast enough for each next day. As a full body workout, doing HIIT workouts every day really felt good for my arms, my core, because my arms and core were pretty weak before all this. So right now the feeling I have is that they're stronger. But in terms of my legs, they feel fine. I wouldn't say they feel stronger. Thing to do every other day, I think it's a good idea to do HIIT workouts. But in my recommendation, I wouldn't say that's something that you should do every day. It's pretty stressful for your body and you need to recover. In regards to the amount of circuits done, 1, 2, 3, I think 2 to 3 is a good amount. Getting to 4, I think, is pretty excessive. Instead of going more and longer, you should probably add weights. So I did body weight circuits, and that for the most part was fine. You definitely sweat a lot. You don't really feel like you're really gaining muscle, but I don't think that's the purpose of it. It's really to lose body fat and get some cardio in. If you don't do any cardio beforehand, in terms of like your experience level, then doing these circuits is a great way to jumpstart your cardio. But if you do cardio beforehand and you already were a runner with experience, I'm not entirely sure that this is really something that will help improve any of your times, but we're about to find out. In terms of weight difference, I started at 74.8 kilograms. I dropped in the first week down to about 73, and then now and in the middle I added actually protein in my diet and some amino acids, so I've jumped up now to 75.1, and my ultimate goal was not to lose weight, so I'm glad that it's regained and went up. But yeah, I think if you just did HIIT workouts every day, you would actually lose body fat and lose some weight. So benefit to anyone out there who's thinking to do that. My final thoughts are, in terms of recommendations, do I recommend you do a HIIT workout every day? No, I don't recommend you do it. I don't think it's one of the things that you should put your body through. I do recommend you do HIIT workouts in general. It's a great replacement for running, but I still think you should run at the same time if you're trying to look to improve your times. With that being said, in terms of the number of times you do a workout or HIIT workout, I would suggest you do something in the realm of 3 times a week, spread it out over the course of, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of thing, and put some days in between so that you can rest. Because there were times when I was going through the whole process and mentally I was ready, but physically I did not feel capable until honestly after I pushed through 1-2 circuits. Then you start to go, okay, I can continue. But I don't think you're going to get a substantial benefit from doing it every day. I think you're just going to be detrimental to the muscle growth. In terms of predictions for today, as I walk to this mile, it's pretty crazy because I've prepared for this in terms of, it's like almost a race, it feels like. I've dressed accordingly, have my super old 10-year-old running shoes, dressed light, drank my amino acids, and now I'm walking towards running this mile. And my predictions is, I think I'm gonna run probably 5:30. I don't think I'm going to run faster than that. I would like to, but we're about to find out. And then I'll give a few final words after the run. So good luck. Let's get our game face going, huh? Let's go. So this mile felt like almost like I was running a race. I mean, I had the date planned way beforehand, and I was getting not necessarily nervous, but definitely excited to actually see what I could do after doing all these HIIT workouts. So at the beginning, I definitely got out to a very fast pace, and you can tell by my legs, but arm and core, I can tell even in this visual that the HIIT workouts helped out my arms and core, because I'm able to be running upright and my arms are pretty looking strong in terms of my movement. A little choppy, but for the most part they're good. My legs felt really heavy, but that I think is due to the fact that I did a HIIT workout every day and no rest in between. I believe if I had rest, I might be able to be a little more flexible. With that being said, I do think the HIIT workouts helped in regards to my hip flexibility, because the lunges definitely are something I should be doing more of. I haven't really been stretching much. So the HIIT workouts definitely helped out in regards to me being able to increase my stride length. Although you can still see from my toe flexion, I'm not really flexing. I don't have that flexion, and also I'm not pulling off the ground as much as I should. And I land on my side of my leg. At this point, I was getting slightly tired, but I know that I'm about getting to halfway and I want to push harder, so I'm trying to go, but I'm starting to slow down. And then mentally in my head, I'm thinking I might not break this time, but I have to try. You can see me looking at my watch. I look every 400 meters because typically I run on a track, but this isn't necessarily a track. I'm envisioning that every 400 meters is a lap, similar to how you would do if you were running on a track. So every 400 meters, I'm taking a look at my watch to see what my splits are. And the initial splits were fine. Even at halfway, at 2:37, 800 meters, according to the ground, that's slightly 5:14 pace, so not bad. Third lap is the weakest for me, so I always mentally I push, and it's very hard to do so in a very round circle like a horikoen, as you see here. So by the time I got to 1200, I believe I was way off pace in terms of getting 5:15. The effort is still there, and the HIIT workouts definitely increased my ability to move, but I don't have that sprint capability, and maybe that's a mental thing and not necessarily a HIIT workout thing. I take a look at my watch again. I believe that's the 1200 point, and it's at 4:08-ish, which means I'm slightly off pace, and I need to really push the last 400 meters if I'm gonna even get to 5:15/5:30. So at this point, I'm just weaving through everybody, just trying to finish. And I do pick it up, I believe, at this point. I just don't have the leg drive that I want to. But if I'm speaking in terms of the HIIT workouts, I think it actually did help me keep my speed and my aerobic ability up. I will say that in general, without doing these HIIT workouts for a month, my time would have definitely been around 5:30 to 5:40, probably 5:40 at this point in time, because I haven't been doing much and it's so humid. But the fact that I did these HIIT workouts actually looks like it benefited me. Now this is the final stretch right here, the last, it looks like the last 100 meters, just try to finish. And I'm struggling, my face, you can tell I'm struggling, but I'm just trying to finish. My arms don't have the drive that they need. It's the final stretch, and one last look at the watch before I get to the finish line. And I am done. And 5:24. Hey, before you listen to what I actually have to say at the end of that mile run, I want to put this in here to say that the times were a little strange in regards to the watch. I believe the watch had an issue in starting, so it had a 10-second delay. So my pacing was a little off. I purposely slowed down in certain areas because I looked at my watch and the time that I saw was a little lower than I expected. So I thought I was going too fast, but in reality I was going probably a fine pace. And also the distance I ran, I'm not necessarily sure the GPS was accurate, because on the ground it says 1700 meters, but the GPS says about 16.3 or 4, which equates to a little over a mile, when in actuality if it was 1700, that's a mile plus 100 meters. So I decided to rerun the mile actually the next day, even though that's probably not a great idea, especially since I put all that effort in running beforehand. But I ran it again, and I can show the Strava right here since I didn't take any video. But that mile time actually turned out to be 5:17, which is way closer to the actual goal of 5:15. So if I wanted to conclude, you're probably going to ignore everything I say after this, but my conclusion is HIIT workouts definitely got me past the 5:30 threshold. It got me down to 5:17. It wasn't just pushing harder. I've been running a mile every year for the last 4 years in December and running at 5:32, 5:35, 5:41, like every single time. So it's been 13 years since I've even broken 5:30. So the fact that I got 5:17, it's amazing right now. So I'm excited to see what else I can do, if I can lower it even more, and look forward to that. With that being said, everything I say after this, just ignore the fact that I'm speaking in terms of running at 5:24, which is still a good time, but it's not like 5:17. That is like, I actually hit the goal. So in regards to HIIT workouts for 30 days, will it help you lower your mile time? I conclude the answer is yes, and your body will feel so much better and refreshed and stronger than ever. So I think it's well worth an attempt to do. I do not suggest you do more than 1 or 2 or 3 a week. You minimize it as much as you can. You need rest. Body needs rest. That's the conclusion I got from this. Body needs rest, and do HIIT workouts, but also mix in some runs, and I think you'll lower your mile time. So I'm gonna continue to do that from now on rather than doing 30 days of 30 HIIT workouts, and hopefully get that mile time even lower to 5 minutes or even break 5. With that being said, on to me after the workout. The 5:32 is the fastest I ran since college. So to run a 5:24 today is now the fastest I've run since college, which is good. I'm happy with the result, but as is usually when you have a goal in mind and you don't reach it, which was 5:15, I'm slightly disappointed that I didn't hit that. Did I expect to hit it? No, but I'm still disappointed. I think in terms of doing a HIIT workout every day, I've hit the point where I don't think I can see much gain or improvement in my time, and I think it's gonna be having to switch to a different regimen, a different workout in order to reach 5:15. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe. I'd like to put more fitness and workout videos. So I'm dying right now. This has been a really grueling but yet challenging month. Excited to keep doing things on a daily basis with all these challenges. So just stay motivated and push yourselves, because you can do things that maybe you didn't think were possible. All right, see you guys.